What's going on, Griddle Nation? Chef Nathan Lippy here, and this video is all about the quick fix. It's a really simple recipe, basically a pesto artichoke chicken flatbread. It's unbelievable, really, really easy, and really quick. Let's quit talking and get right into the video. First thing we're gonna do is get to our chicken. Now today I have some chicken cutlets. Now if you check these out, these are really, really thin. I'm gonna like to do this so that I can cook them really, really quickly. Now today I'm using our Blackstone chicken and herb seasonings. This is really fantastic. If you don't have it, you should go and get it, but you can use salt and pepper instead. So we're gonna hit it with just a little bit of olive oil first, right over the top. And this is gonna give us something that's gonna help the seasoning stick to it. Then we're gonna add a good bit of all of our beautiful Blackstone chicken and herb seasoning. Now we're gonna do this to both sides, add a little bit of olive oil and some of our chicken and herb seasoning to both sides. All right, that looks great. Now I'm gonna get my 22-inch Blackstone griddle set to like medium heat. We wanna get a nice crispy crust on our chicken the second that it hits our griddle. So we're gonna preheat that on medium. All right, now let's grab our gorgeous little chicken cutlets. We're gonna go right onto our hot Blackstone. And we're gonna let this cook for about 3 or 4 minutes per side or until the chicken's fully cooked. Basically what we wanna do is create that beautiful golden crust on the outside, but keep the chicken nice and juicy and tender on the inside. All right, these chicken cutlets look just about done. Let's grab both of these and pull them over to our cutting board. Now, we wanted to cook them really fast so they stay nice and juicy. We're gonna cut these up and look at how juicy that chicken is. The trick to doing that really is cooking it fast. So sometimes if you feel like you've overcooked your chicken, your heat was probably a little bit too low. You wanna start with some high heat, get that beautiful sear on the outside, and then let it cook and finish in its own natural juices. That way we have a juicy, wonderful piece of chicken without it being overcooked. Plus the nice thing is, we can always cut it. If it's a little undercooked, throw it back on the griddle, cook it just a little bit longer. Now let's get to our beautiful sauce that we're gonna make. Now I'm gonna add all of the chopped chicken to a large bowl, and we're gonna add some mayonnaise. We're gonna add a little bit of ranch dressing. Now we're gonna add some pesto. If you've never had pesto, it's unbelievable. You can make your own. I decided to buy pre-bought today because I wanted this to be a quick fix, but pesto is basically just pine nuts, basil, garlic, olive oil, some salt and pepper. It's really simple, really delicious, but it has a really amazing flavor. It's gonna add a whole new flavor profile to our chicken. So we're gonna mix all of that together until the chicken is evenly coated. Now let's get to our flatbread. We're gonna add our flatbread right to the griddle and let it toast just a little bit on one side. Once that gets nice and toasty on one side, we're gonna flip it and toast it up a little bit more on the other. Now this isn't pizza, this is a flatbread, but we do wanna get that nice crispy texture of the crust. So we're gonna flip it, let it toast on the other side too. Today I'm using my Blackstone stainless steel warming rack, so I'm gonna bring that over to my cutting board and then put my toasted flatbread right on top. We'll get to why in just a second. Now we're gonna take our chicken and spread it out evenly all over that toasted flatbread. Now we're gonna add some of our really fun ingredients. Now this is gonna be really savory, really, really delicious. Even though it's a quick fix, it's gonna have a lot of flavor. We're gonna start with some artichoke hearts. These are quartered artichoke hearts. We're gonna spread those out nice and evenly. Then we're gonna add some black olives. I love black olives. They have such a great, it's not as salty as like a Kalamata olive, but it still has a lot of rich olive umami flavors or salty flavors. I love it. Then we're gonna add some capers. Talking about salty flavors, this is like a tiny little burst of deliciousness. I love, love, love capers. We're gonna add those over the top as well. Now we're gonna add our finely shredded mozzarella cheese. Be fairly generous with your cheese. We want this to be a nice and hearty flatbread. Now we're gonna bring our warming rack with our flatbread on it right over to our griddle, and we're gonna cover it with a dome. I reduced my heat to like medium-low at this point because I wanna give the bottom of that crust a chance to get really nice and crispy and allow that cheese to melt. So 5-6 minutes or so, and we should be good to go. Now having our flatbread on our warming rack gets us away from direct heat, so we don't have to worry about burning it or overcooking it, but we're still gonna get the ambient heat to crisp up the edges of the flatbread, and then adding our dome gives us a whole nother layer of ambient heat. But here's a fun little trick. We can grab our Blackstone bottle with water in it and spray that right underneath, and that's gonna give us that steam that carries up underneath the dome, circulates around, and melts the cheese nice and evenly. Our flatbread is all done. Let's go ahead and grab this and bring it over to our cutting board and see how we did. That crust looks amazing. Oh yeah, I don't know if you can hear that, but it is crunchy and beautiful. Look at that. I like to go in fours and have nice big pieces for my guests. That, my friends, simple, easy. That is a quick fix that is sure to be a crowd pleaser. Let's give it a taste. I'm telling you, these little things are so quick and easy. Oh yeah, and crazy delicious. That is a quick fix. That is sure to be a crowd pleaser. Oh, the capers. You get this beautiful bite of saltiness when you have a caper, and other bites don't have it. So it makes a really interesting adventure on your palate. One bite's different, from the next. So good, and that crust gets so, oh my gosh, it gets so crispy. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you love that recipe as much as I do. Quick fixes are always fun to have in your arsenal of griddle tricks. If you guys want this recipe and a ton more, go to blackstoneproducts.com. I'm your host, Chef Nathan Lippy, and I'll see you guys in the next video.